Times now has accessed sensational details of an intelligence report that nails the lobby that is raising doubts over the death of Judge Loya. A detailed report by the Maharashtra State Intelligence has at least 8 hard-hitting rebuttals to the theories raised by the lobby. But the most crucial, stinging rebuttal comes from the sister of the Judge Loya, whose statement was used by the lobby to build this dubious narrative. For the first time on national TV, we have accessed the written statement by Anuradha Bayani, sister of Judge Loya, who questions the report published in Caravan magazine. She clearly states that she has been misquoted by the reporter and that she was deceived into doubting her brother's death. Here are the hard facts. The letter proves Judge Loya's sister was deceived into doubting her brother's death. Sister Anuradha Bayani, quoted by Caravan, claiming foul play in brother's death. Bayani writes to Maharashtra State Intelligence Officer exposing those that did the feature on her brother's death, suggesting that she was the unwitting victim of a hit job. That's what is being said. We also have this sensational disclosure with us. Navika Kumar, managing editor, Times Now, joins us with some of these documents. Navika, take us through the letter that has been written to the State Intelligence Officer by the sister.
This is the letter. This has been the center point of the allegations made by the lobby that has been charging senior leaders of the BJP against the entire version of the theory that they've put forward, that Judge Loya's death was not a natural death, it was an unnatural death, and that is something that has been doubted by his own sister Anuradha Bayani. This is the statement, and here, if I can ask my camera person to show her signature. This is the entire statement. This is Anuradha Bala Prasad Bayani. This is the statement signed by her. This is written to Shri Sanjay Barve. This is the intelligence officer, Anuradha Bala Prasad Bayani, Pune. This is dated 2017, and here in the English translation, she says, Bridges' dead body reached Gategaon around 11:30. All family members were present. Bridges' friends, villagers and judges were present for the cremation. And she says that I was talking with him. All family members were shocked because of Bridges' death. People used to express suspicion. Hence, reference to the same could have been made in their conversation with this journalist Niranjan Takle of Caravan magazine. She was talking about people raising suspicion about Judge Loya's death. Death of Bridge was a great loss to our family. I knew about that. Postmortem was conducted. I did not have any suspicion about it. Even now, I do not have any suspicion. This is a statement given by Anuradha Bayani. She says, I did not have any suspicion about it, and even now I do not have any suspicion. People used to raise suspicion, and I may have referred to that in my conversation with Niranjan Takle, the journalist from Caravan, who shot her in that video. And she says she was not even aware whether she was being shot in that video. In Dhule, I do not know whether he was doing any video shooting when I was talking to him. So this, was it a frame-up, Rahul, is the question Anuradha Bayani now raises. Should the lobby now be asked this question? Were they framing this statement? And why, when this statement was taken before 1 year, she says, before 1 year, why was this brought out only just ahead of the Gujarat elections? That is a question, and that is the moot point that needs to be answered by the lobby. Why were these sequences shot 1 year ago, shot without the knowledge of Anuradha Bayani? Anuradha Bayani was saying she had no doubts about the death of her brother. She was talking about suspicions other people were raising. Why was all of this fabricated?
Well, at the very least misrepresented. And that's the fundamental aspect and the question that arises. Look at the two varying points of view. What did the Caravan article say? Caravan article says Biani recounted she saw blood on Judge Loya's collar. Anuradha Biani's statement to the state intelligence officer who was carrying out an inquiry is following. People used to express suspicion, hence reference to the same in article. Let's look at the next point. Biani had questions about the events of night of Loya's death. The Caravan article stated. And remember, this Caravan article has really become the centerpiece in, as Navika said, the lobby's attacks on the government, presenting this death in unnatural circumstances. But Anuradha Biani's statement, I spoke to a reporter about Loya's death a year ago. Same was misinterpreted. Caravan article said, sister said that she demanded a second post-mortem. Anuradha Biani's statement to the state intelligence officer completely contradicts the Caravan. I knew post-mortem was conducted. I didn't have suspicion about it. So there are three important at this moment contradictions. Now let's look at contradiction 4. Caravan article says, Sister Biani found the state of the body suspicious. Anuradha Biani's statement, I have no suspicion about Judge Loya's sudden death. We are not making any assumptions here. The assumptions are being made by Anuradha Biani, Anuradha Balaprasad Biani. These are her statements. They are today being scrutinized by the petitioners in this case. They are being scrutinized by the Supreme Court that is hearing this matter. Here are the statements. Here they very clearly, in her words, raise doubts about what many believe is a suspicious death. But Anuradha Biani, the sister who is being held up by the lobby as being the last word on the circumstances surrounding Judge Loya's death, today has come out and questioned the lobby. She is questioning the claims. She is talking about misrepresentation. She is talking about how a controversy was created, quote unquote, in her words, not mine. Let's just throw this open. Joining us, GVL Narasimha Rao, Shahzad Poonawala. GVL Narasimha Rao, of course, the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Prananjoy Guha Thakurta, senior journalist. Ravi Srivastava, political analyst. Suman C. Raman, political analyst. GVL Narasimha Rao, I would want to start with you, but let me go to individuals who are not politicians first.
I find it incredibly coincidental that your report, your article, your so-called expose, just after 1 p.m. on Republic Day, happens to come at the same time as the Caravan puts out a new article on their website at more or less the same time, using the same set of documents which have been presented by the Maharashtra SID, which is the intelligence department of the Maharashtra government. And this Maharashtra intelligence report, and I'm saying it because the state intelligence department's documents are with the Caravan and with you because they have been given to the petitioners. Now, these same documents are being used to interpret the reality in different ways.
No, sir.
The question is, look, I believe nobody should be doing the interpretation except the Supreme Court of India, which is
when it's written in black and white, sir, there can be no room for interpretation.
Let me finish.
How can
there be an interpretation? I'm only quoting Ms. Biani.
Is this not a statement from Judge Loya's sister?
I mean, it's clear as day. Now, either we say that the Supreme Court is dredging up documents which are fictitious.
Mr. Paranjoy,
There
I have
can be
just
no
one
interpretation.
simple question for you, Mr. Paranjoy. All this while, the centerpiece of the argument about those who were raising questions about Judge Loya's unnatural death was the fact that his sister had raised questions about it. Was it or was it not? Yes or no?
you will give me time to respond.
No, was it?
Firstly,
was his sister's
these
statement a
documents-
centerpiece or not?
You give me time to... that is your interpretation of the
Navika,
facts.
Can I just ask, can I intervene with one line?
Allow him
No,
to
one
answer,
minute.
Mr.
You're not letting me
GV
finish.
Narasimha Rao,
You're
and I will
interrupting
come
me
back
over
to
and
you.
over again. Why have you called me on the program? If
No,
you
no.
don't want to hear me, if you don't want to listen to me, I'll get out. Listen to me.
Mr.
You have
Paranjoy,
to have,
stop
you
being
take,
defensive.
you hog the time
Mr.
and you don't give me
Paranjoy,
time.
stop being defensive. I'm asking you a question. Answer the first question and then you can go
I
on
am
to
not
the
being
second part of the
defensive.
question.
You are not listening to me.
Okay. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Make your point.
Your interpretation of the documents, is different from the way Caravan has interpreted the documents presented by the state intelligence to the Supreme Court of India. According to the Caravan, it shows that the late Justice Loya's sister may have made the statement that you are reading out under duress.
That is
The
an interpretation.
Supreme Court will have to find
No,
out
no.
whether...
Mr. Thakurta, now
Just
this
as
is an
yours is an
interpretation. Times now is
interpretation.
not interpreting.
No, everybody
Times now
is
is only putting out the statement. We're not writing anything beyond what the
Will
lady
you
has
let me
said.
finish?
I'm
Will
only
you let
reading
me
out the
finish?
statement. Where is the
Will you let me
interpretation?
finish?
Rahul, one line,
She
please.
has interpreted the Caravan article.
You want me to read out some more
suggest, No, one
statements?
minute. Let me read out. No, I think.
Would you like me to...
Let me
Would you
read out.
like me to read out some statements? No, hello.
No. Let us read out.
Let me also then read out. If you're going to read out, let me
I'll
also
read out the entire letter. I'll read it out word to word. There can be no
Don't go back.
interpretation.
It's
Let's read
available
it
on the
out.
website.
My name is
Go
Dr.
to the
Anuradha
website.
Balaprasad.
Go
Sir, I'm
to
not
the
here to
website,
promote
you'll
the
get
Caravan
all the
magazine's
records.
website. Please. And neither should you because you're an independent journalist. So 1 minute.
I am not here.
To
I am
Shri
not here
Sanjay
to promote
Barve,
Caravan.
Rahul,
I am
Mumbai.
saying let the Supreme Court decide.
Well, sir, now you
Are
can't take
you-
that
are
plea
you the Supreme
because,
Court?
Because last week,
Can I come in?
you had a very different tune.
One line, Rahul.
1 minute, GV Narasimha Rao. I just want
Wrong,
to put out the facts. I'm
wrong,
not interpreting
wrong.
anything.
Just
1
one
minute. To Shri Sanjay Barve, Mumbai. My name is Dr. Anuradha Balaprasad Biani. I am daughter of Hari Krishan Ramachandran Loya. We are total 7 siblings. The elder sister is Snehata, who lives in Jalgaon. I am the second child, and third is Alka Bhandari, who lives at Majalgaon. Fourth issue was our only brother, Brij Gopal. Fifth is Sunanda, and so forth. On being asked about the sudden demise of my brother, Brij Gopal, I have to state as under. I work as Taluka Health Officer at Sirpur District, Dhule. On 1st December 2014, I got a call from one of my sisters. I do not now recall who called and told me about Bridges' death. In the same context, I got a call from one judge. I was asked immediately to come to Latur. I was shocked on hearing this, and immediately my husband, daughter, Payal, and I started for Gategaon and reached there late evening. Bridges' dead body reached Gategaon at around 11:30 p.m. from Nagpur. Last rites were performed at around 10:30 a.m. next day. All family members, relatives, Bridges' friends, villagers, and judges were present for the cremation. I had met one journalist, Niranjan Takle, before 1 year in Dhule. I do not know whether he has done video shooting when I was talking with him. All family members were shocked because of Bridges' death. People used my conversation with him. Death of Bridge was a great loss to our family. I knew post-mortem was conducted. I did not have any suspicion about it, and even now, I do not have any suspicion. She goes on to write, I had spoken to a reporter about Bridges' death before a year. The same was misinterpreted, and a controversy was created. I have no truck with the said controversy. I have not spoken to Mr. Niranjan Takle during last 1 year. I do not have any suspicion about Bridges' sudden death or about his colleague judge. Vis-a-vis Shri Kulkarni and Shri Modak, I request you to take this say on record in your inquiry. SD, signed, Dr. Anuradha Balaprasad Biani. A to Z, Navika. And it raises the question, if she met this reporter a year before, then why did Caravan do this story just a few weeks before the Gujarat elections? What does that suggest? What were they waiting for?
Mr. Paranjoy Guha Thakurta, number one, the Caravan relied on this statement and this video recording the most when they questioned the death of Judge Loya. The question is, she herself says that this statement was recorded a year ago. What took Caravan 1 year to bring out the truth before the people? It's a legitimate question for anybody to ask.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Ye chala gaya, bhaiya.
Can you hear me? Mr. Thakurta, okay, I think we've just lost him there. We're going to try and reconnect. But let's open this out. I think Suman C. Raman is raising his hand. Suman C. Raman, go ahead.
Rahul, first of all, this matter is sub judice, so all of us need to be measured and careful in what we are saying. But I think the important point, Rahul, is not primarily what the relatives who were not on the spot of Justice Loya's demise have to say. Now, that is, of course, an important issue. I don't deny that that's totally unimportant. But that's not the central piece of the whole thing. The Caravan article has brought out nearly 10 to 15 elements of inconsistencies in, for instance, the timing of when the judge was believed to have been admitted, when the ECG was taken, and so many other issues. So the issue is not primarily what somebody who was not at the spot had to say about it. And at the end of the day, he was a public servant. I mean, the judge was a public servant. He was a government official. So it is in the best interests of everybody to just rule out that there was nothing,
so it was
and
ruled
this man
out,
actually died of a heart attack.
An inquiry was conducted.
Why is this such a big deal?
The inquiry report is here. This is the state intel report is here in my hand. The matter should have been laid to rest.
I agree,
but it was
Rahul.
raked up.
Nobody is saying
it was raked up, and it has become a flashpoint in the judiciary.
The inquiry.
GVL Narasimha wants to respond to you. GVL Narasimha.
No, the inquiry is going.
GVL Narasimha wants to respond to you.
Rahul, can I also?
Nobody is alleging anything, but why not you get to the bottom of it?
Rahul.
Yes. Go ahead, sir.
No, but how would you have any better information than members of the family who were immediately in contact? And how would you know anything better than the judges who were in Nagpur to attend the same marriage that Judge Loya was attending? How would you know anything better than the police, intelligence, state apparatus which inquired the matter into? How would you know anything better? I think there are many fixers in this country. The fact, I would like to pose this question, who claims to be journalist on this show. Would any journalist do a story, be ready with it, and not publish it for 1 year unless you're actually doing a hatchet job?
Thakurta here, a very qualified, brilliant journalist who gets WhatsApp messages from the owners of Caravan, said that these letters have been written under duress. Rahul has read out the letter as it is. Caravan magazine's unofficial spokesperson says it's under duress. Where is the journalist in you, Mr. Raman, to question him? Don't impute these motives. If you are fair,
Mr. Poonawala,
last time he called Indian Express a cover-up job. He called Indian Express a cover-up job.
1 minute. Mr. Thakurta wants to respond. Mr. Thakurta.
Show the proof of duress.
Mr. Thakurta wants to respond.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mr. Thakurta.
Listen, Mr. Poonawala, you can make any allegation you like.
Yes.
It doesn't become true.
Yes.
What Caravan has put out, you should go and have a look. I'm not the only person. It's on a website. It's a public website. The whole world can read it. Point 2. Okay?
Did you say
I don't
duress?
belong to any lobby.
Did you say Anuradha Bihani
party.
wrote this under duress?
Excuse me?
Yes or no?
I said
Did
Caravan.
you say it or no?
I said.
You said
I
it.
said.
You
I
called
said
Indian Express
Caravan.
did a cover-up job
I
last
said
time.
Caravan has said it. I said Caravan has said it.
So what proof do they have?
I said
Is
Caravan
it a
has
caravan
said
of
it.
lies? How do they know it's under duress? And if it is
Would
under
you like to
duress,
listen to
why
me?
is there not an application made in court? The court will
What
decide.
proof do
Nor
you
will
have?
Rahul Shivshankar and Navika
Why-
decide,
why
nor will the owners of
hasn't
Caravan
Anuradha
decide.
ji-
This is under the Supreme Court. Why don't you give the proof before the Supreme Court that there is duress on Ms. Bihani?
Just let the investigation proceed. Why are we so keen to?
Why is Mr.
prevent
Thakurta
what?
saying there was duress? What proof does he have?
I am not saying any statement has been made under duress. It is the Caravan article which is making this suggestion. I have a few questions for you and for Mr. Poonawalla. Ms. Anuradha's statement has been made to a police officer, which has less evidentiary value than if the statement was made before a judicial magistrate. Let the Supreme Court judge
Can I answer
whether
that question?
you times now, whether Anuradha ji, whether the Caravan is telling the truth. Mr. Poonawalla, who's had all these things, if I am getting WhatsApp messages, Mr. Poonawalla, may I ask you, did you give your papers to Rahul Shivshankar and Navika Kumar?
Paranjoy
Or did they
Thakurta,
get
I
it
wish
from
you were
some
a
other
better
source?
journalist to know
It
the
doesn't
difference
matter
between
to
which
me.
Poonawalla is in
It
court
doesn't
and which
matter to
isn't.
me.
But the problem is that if you know the Caravan magazine's owners and what is their interest in publishing a story another journalistic organization rejected, do you know the antecedents of Mr. Niranjan Takle? Are you sure that he does not have connections with Congress leaders?
That's
or
a big
having
charge.
met?
What are you saying?
I am saying
You're saying that he meets Congress leaders, Mr.
not
Takle?
only does he meet Congress leaders, he has a complete sympathy for Rahul Gandhi and the
But
Congress
that-
leadership.
That's
and I have the
hardly
proof of
something
it.
anybody can
And
prove.
maybe that's why the previous
That's hardly
organization
something
rejected it.
anybody
Are
can
you
prove.
suggesting that
Justice
Mr.
Loya.
Takle is a hitman
Yes.
for the Congress?
But
That's
how
a
is that
big-
relevant?
That's a big,
I am
that's a
making
very
that
big...
charge. That's why his previous
No, but
organization
are
must
you
have
then
not done this story.
suggesting that Caravan
this is
is
a
also
wild
continuing with the
allegation.
hit job? They would have actually seen...
This is a
They
wild
would have done
allegation.
their due diligence. I'm sure they would have done due diligence.
Let
Would they
us
not
see.
have?
I do not say anything that I do not have proof of. And
You
let
have proof.
Mr.
What kind
let
of proof?
Mr.
No,
Paranjoy.
one second. What kind of proof do you have against Mr. Takle? I won't allow a statement to go on air unrebutted.
If I give you a statement of Mr. Niranjan Takle who says that I support the Congress and Mr. Rahul Gandhi and anybody on this side of the fence because I want to remove Mr. Modi from power. And not
Where
once,
has he said
but
this?
hundreds
What
of times.
What proof do you have?
Ma'am, I am saying this that I have it. I'm saying this. Why will I lie to you?
No, but you can't just make a statement
It's
and then
one
say
person's
that you
word
have it.
against-
In any
Okay,
case, we have
I
to take
can-
a short
okay, if I
break.
show it to you.
After the break, we are going to bring out the entire intelligence report. Navika Kumar has more details. This goes deeper and addresses the issues that Mr. Raman raised about the other so-called suspicions that arose after the death of Judge Loya. Point by point, 6 points, all rebutted. Listen to this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is part 2 of our expose, and this is the statement. This is the report that was the secret intelligence report that went into Judge Loya's case. And this rebuts every charge that was made by the Caravan magazine, because this report was conducted and set up only after the charges made by the Caravan magazine. The Caravan magazine said that the dead body of Judge Loya was taken. In fact, he was taken when he was suffering from a heart attack in an auto rickshaw. This statement here, right here on point 3.3 says it is not true that Mr. Loya was taken to Dande Hospital by an auto rickshaw. He was taken there by Mr. Barde's car, and Mr. Kulkarni and Mr. Modak and R.R. Rathi accompanied him to the said hospital, which is the Dande Hospital. The said claim in the Caravan article is factually incorrect and false. The other charge that has been made is about who recommended the medico-legal case and the post-mortem. Right here it says the doctor's progress notes advised MLC and post-mortem for ascertaining the cause of death. The doubt raised by Caravan report who recommended the post-mortem and why is specifically answered by the above medical report in the Mediterranean Hospital, where he is said to have been declared dead at 6:15 a.m. Also, it goes on to say that the Panchnama, which said that there was no witness that was present, that is also completely debunked in this clause, which says in the medical legal case there was no evidence of any bodily injury, and that is another charge that is debunked in this particular case. And it says that coronary artery insufficiency is stated as the reason for the death of Judge Loya. General and specific chemical testing does not reveal any poison. That's the viscera report. That's also something that is recorded. The above factual position clearly indicates that Mr. Loya suffered a heart attack in the wee hours of the 1st of December 2014. Caravan report as to why was his body accompanied by anyone is a clear attempt to mislead the readers as facts are otherwise. This again is stated by this intelligence report. The intelligence report also goes on to say that the intimation given to family members and brother judges living in Haji Ali, Mumbai was given by two serving judges, Mr. Barde and Mr. Modak, in the wee hours of the 1st of December. The Caravan reports claim that two sources in Nagpur's Governmental Medical College and Sita Bardi police station told me they had been informed of Loya's death by midnight, had personally seen the dead body during the night, is devoid of substance and is not true. Holes being blown into the entire theory that has been put forth by the Caravan magazine. The Caravan report also makes reference to blood stains on the neck and at the back of the shirt, and this is a very important part of the Caravan story. However, the post-mortem notes clearly state that there were no external injuries and the insinuations in the Caravan report are false, something that is supported in Anuradha Biani's statement as well. These are the detailed statements that are contained in this investigation report by the intelligence officer.
Well, it throws this open. Ravi Srivastava, Paranjoy Thakurta and Sumansi Raman. It throws this open, doesn't it, Mr. Srivastava? Completely throws this entire matter open now.
Rahul,
yes.
This entire matter is going to be placed before the Supreme Court. Let the court decide.
It doesn't matter,
Obviously,
sir.
they are
It
going to
matter.
consider this report also as
it
important
doesn't matter.
evidence.
I am not here
so
guiding. I am not here. No, one
so
second.
Hard
you know, we can't shoot.
Why?
We can't shoot.
One second.
We can't shoot and scoot.
Anyway.
We can't shoot, scoot, muckrake, and then say conveniently, now that everything has been said, all the dirt has been smeared, now the Supreme Court will take a long view of this entire issue.
But
yes, the matter, we are not prejudicing the case.
Why not sue the Caravan magazine? I'm not able to
We are only bringing out facts. The facts might have been misrepresented.
No,
this is what Ms. Biani is saying.
Rahul, but do you remember when the Wire magazine brought out a story sometime back?
There is another lobby working, says Mr. Srivastava. Let me bring in Mr. Srivastava. He hasn't had a chance.
But why is this not? Why is there no defamation case?
Srivastava ji, boliye. What lobby is working, sir?
Please allow me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Allow me, please. Allow me.
Go ahead.
See, what I want to say is that instead asking for a Loya lobby, I am asking that another lobby is working which is determined to prove the death of Justice Loya as a natural death and not a murder. The point here is that whether Lady Doctor...
who are you referring to? Are you referring to the office of the Commissioner of State Intelligence Department? Are you saying that the officer of the Commissioner of the State Intelligence Department is part of a counter-active lobby?
Last week, let Honorable Supreme Court decide about it.
The Honorable Supreme Court is deciding.
I want to ask Mr. Sumansi Raman and Mr. Ravi Srivastava one question. In the Sohrabuddin case, they are fighting for removing of the gag on the media to report that case. In the Loya case, any fact that comes that is against the narrative that they are putting, they want to gag the media. I don't understand. If there is no gag on the media, it should suit the narrative that you are trying to put forth, Mr. Sumansi Raman. Why are you opposing it at this point?
No, Navika.
There should not be any gag.
No, Navika, the issue is very simple. There should not be a gag on the media in any case. I don't think there is any difference of opinion on that. There should not be a gag on the media on any case.
Why are you so uncomfortable if the facts are being put out?
All I'm
this
saying
panel is very well balanced. Some people say it's overbalanced.
No,
1 minute. There is a BJP spokesperson. There is Shahzad Poonawala, who's a sympathizer. There is Mr. Thakurta. There is yourself, Mr. Raman, and there is Mr. Srivastava. There's enough balance. It's not as if any one of you have been gagged.
Three anti-BJP
No, that doesn't matter. I'm just saying, no one else has been gagged here.
Rahul, can I come in?
Rahul, can I substantiate the claim I just made about this lobby? I would
What
like an
lobby?
opportunity.
Which lobby? Who are you talking about now?
This is
Before
not
the
just
break,
a
He's
lobby.
talking about
One
some other
second.
lobby.
Before-
He's saying,
one second.
Mr. Srivastava says,
Rahul,
Office
you
of the
challenged
Commissioner
me
of
on
State
your show
Intelligence
right now.
Department is a lobby.
See, you challenged me on your show right now because you have a precedent that you don't
Rahul,
allow
we don't
allegations
know
to
the
be made
answer,
which are not
Rahul.
founded in fact.
Sure, obviously.
Okay, you threw a challenge at me before the break. I said Niranjan Takle is a hitman of the Congress. I said it. You said prove it, Mr. Poonawalla, or get out of my show. You said this in the break. Now I'm showing you tweets of his account, and I will show you how it is his account. Niranjan_Takle.
Yes.
This is an account on which Caravan Magazine's official handle, Kavita Krishnan, Nikhil Wagle, tag him and tweet him. This is his account because when you go to the link page of it, his number which ends in 76 and his email ID at gmail.com is linked with this account. Now listen to the tweets. Listen to the tweets. Niranjan Takle says on April 1st, tomorrow, on one day before April 1st, tomorrow is official Modi Day, April Fool Day. Niranjan Takle on a tweet of Aaj Tak says, hi Modi. Let me add, the interview of Rana Ayub will expose Modi world over. Sad, unfortunate mistake of 31% idiots. Bravo, dear Rana. He then tweets to the Indian National Congress, who responds to him, official handle, thanks for your support, Niranjan Takle. You may write to us on inc.in. Also sign up at inc.in.join.us. Thanks again. I personally am proud of Bengal because being a staunch secular, be it communist or Congress, but never allow Sangh to thrive there. Let me read out one more tweet. I am not into winning or losing seats. I want to expose this liar called Namo. I am personally, then one more tweet is there which I just
that's
took out.
his cause.
I am not shy of supporting Congress against BJP RSS. I will never, I won't ever. This he replies to
So
Hindol
that is
Sen
what you're
Gupta.
saying.
Now I'm
He
telling
then
you, which
gives up
lobby is
his-
he working for?
So you're saying then he's given up his pretense of being an objective critic by saying that read out that, just read out that
I
last
am not shy
Absolutely, he's
of
a
supporting
fixer.
Congress against BJP plus RSS. Tweet dated 5/5/2014.
Well, if he is wearing his
10:57
political
AM.
allegiance, then
Now,
Navika,
Mr. Thakurta,
it's
tell
a
me which
slightly
political
different.
party you and Takle belong to.
Will you answer my questions?
Go ahead, sir.
Why is the bill for Mediterranean Hospital for Justice Loya have a neurosurgery and not heart attack? 2. Hear me out. Why are 4 judges, Shrikant Kulkarni, SM Modak, VC Barde, Rupesh Rathi, who claim to have been with Justice Loya in his last trial, how come these judges, 4 judges, made no statement until now in the last 4 years? Please answer these questions. I am merely saying, why is Anuradha's statement, why has a judicial magistrate not recorded a statement? And finally, I don't want to take sides whether Caravan is right or Times Now is right. Let the Supreme Court judge.
No.
And
Well,
you
I
can say
want to ask
anything
you,
about anybody's
why-
political
you are saying why are the
affiliation.
judges making the
Poonawala's
statement
affiliation,
now?
Niranjan
Why
Takle's
did Niranjan
affiliation,
Takle
your
take
affiliation.
Why are
1
we
year to
going
make his
again
statement, sir?
overboard to try and
Just because
presuppose
Takle took
things
1
one
year
way
to
or the
make the
other?
statement that he did, the judges also took their time to make the statement. Before that, there was no question of anybody raising questions of Judge Loya's death, which is why none of the judges made the statement. It's simple.
When
I
they were asked-
don't understand. I don't understand when no questions were raised. Why should the judges keep jumping out and make statements?
When they were
not-
asked on the 28th of November, they made the statement.
Well,
Simple.
Well, now let the Supreme Court decide.
No, now it's easy for you to say.
Let the Supreme Court decide.
No, now it's easy
whether
for you to
what
say,
you
sir.
are suggesting.
I don't remember you saying
excuse
this.
me.
No, I don't remember you saying this last week.
No, Rahul.
So let's gag the media. GVL Narasimha wants
I'm
to come
so
in.
sorry,
GVL
you got it
Narasimha wants to
completely
come in.
wrong.
GVL Narasimha, we don't have much time
You
on the show. Go
you
ahead,
don't
sir.
listen to others. You only speak. You don't listen to others. You only speak.
When you just spoke,
said that
I
it is
think
a
Mr.
serious
Paranjay
matter.
Guha Thakurta has more than, by his comments, he has proved what he stated at the outset. I think he is a BJP hating, Congress communist inspired journalist, like Mr. Niranjan Takle is, in whose defense he's been speaking for the last 5 minutes. I think Niranjan Takle is a fixer more than a journalist. He is a BJP basher. I think if anything, Honorable Court should actually, this is a conspiracy at the center of which a journalist is there. I think if anything, I think he should be investigated for hatching a conspiracy, for trying to destabilize, for creating for not even accepting the version of the family, judges, doctors, police, and trying to sow seeds of doubt in the minds of journalists who are willing to believe like Mr. Paranjay Gauhatha Kurta. I think this is a fixer's job, a conspirator's job.
Okay,
I think journalists like this should not be allowed to go scot-free. I think we should
sir,
really,
that is your prerogative.
make
That's
a
the
case
court's
for
prerogative. I'm not
court
getting
should
into
really
it, but
hold them
reactions
up.
coming in.
Court should ensure
Reactions
they are-
coming
they
in.
are
The
punished
Congress
for this
making a
conspiracy.
very, very strident and pointed charge.
Clear that pressure is being brought upon the family to protect the high and mighty. Very, very clear. All we want is if the doubts have to be removed, proper investigation should be done, supervised by the Supreme Court. That's all we want.
Well, much more coming up. Navika Kumar will take this forward. We end this broadcast. We bring you more details. One more sensational twist. Don't go away.